come hang out with us at Drew's on the River on August 1st. We'll be live with special guest Joe Shelby and your host Austin Deller for the Three Mics Live. There's no cover charge, so come have a drink and some wings and laugh your asses off with us. The Three Mics Live at Drew's on the River, Cincinnati, Ohio. Comedy night, 7 p.m. Come hang out with us.
I've thought this whole time that Dusty Baker was their coach and he was in on it.
No.
Lavender, what the fuck are you doing? Go! Get the fuck out of here.
No, he definitely, he was never in on it.
Thank God it's not just me having the cat problems on the show this time.
The way I have my stuff set up is dangerous. Like, if she tries to jump up there, all my shit will fall over and I'll fucking skin her alive.
Don't do that.
Do it on camera.
No, I was about to say don't do that without being on camera, because then we can live stream it and use it as a fundraiser to upgrade some of our shit.
For
To pay for
cats.
Lori's trauma therapy.
Vader, I know you saw it. Wells, she had text you. They're doing Max is doing a Pete Rose documentary.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know anything about Pete Rose.
I got $20. It says it's going to be a good documentary.
He also dated a 12-year-old or 16-year-old when he was playing.
Well, it's not supposed to be a good documentary. It's supposed to be this guy was kind of fucked up documentary, I guess. But
I mean, he bet on baseball.
Is that what it was? Was that his claim to fame?
Well, no, he also leads baseball in all-time hits.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Yeah. So, his claim to fame before betting, would be all-time hit leader in baseball history.
Oh, okay.
And then he bet on baseball and lied about it, and they banned him. Then he finally admitted to it 20 years after the fact. So
would you watch it? It's like a 4-part series. No?
No, I mean, I don't.
Not your thing.
I mean, he's a red, but it's not a thing are we going to talk about the same stuff I already know? You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. I don't know. Maybe they'll have.
I'll watch it just because I'm interested in because I obviously wasn't alive for that while it was happening in real time. So I'd be interested to see, because obviously documentaries like that about stuff that happened forever ago, they're going to show all of the media coverage of it and how ESPN covered it and stuff like that. I've never really saw any of those. All I hear is about what happened. I've never actually seen the footage of it, or even really much footage of him playing either.
I mean, just because I've been a Red fan all my life and watched so much Red shit, I've seen a lot of it already. So it's yeah.
That's how I was with Michael Jordan though too. I knew everything that happened. I was a kid when it happened, but I learned and was educated on what Michael Jordan did after the fact. But still, going back and watching The Last Dance was awesome. I got to see a lot of stuff that I didn't know, get perspectives and interviews from people. That's another big thing that we don't really know. They're going to interview other players from that era, coaches around the league during that era, and I think that'll be what's fascinating, even to people that already know all of the details of it.
Yeah, true.
I'm hoping I'm hoping it's something for somebody like me who so for when Frontline did the one about the Astros
cheating,
the cheating scandal.
Don't get me started on that bullshit.
I remember when that happened, because I was working that World Series, but I didn't realize just how pervasive the cheating was with them. I thought it was just the one game.
Oh God, no! It was it was 3 seasons long of cheating.
Yeah. So that's why I'm hoping, for me, it's one of the, or even the one they did about Uvalde, where it's holy shit, the stuff we didn't know. That's kind of what I'm hoping. If they're gonna do it over 4 hours, it's 4 1-hour episodes. So I'm assuming if they're dedicating that much time to it, it's
you know why the cheating thing for the Astros happened, right? You know what? Because they released the guy and he signed somewhere else. And he wanted to sign. They basically didn't re-sign one of their pitchers.
Uh-huh.
And he got kind of pissed about it and talked about it on the other team we went to.
Oh, you ratted him out.
Yeah.
Oh. I will say it because they showed so much actual game footage in that documentary. I was like, oh yeah, it was so obvious, like on the broadcasts. Yeah.
My favorite thing is when I think they're playing in Toronto. I could go on hours about that cheating scandal. My favorite thing is they're playing in Toronto, and the guy hears the banging. The pitcher hears the banging. And the pitcher's like, calls out the catcher. And you could you don't know what he mouths, but you could be like, I think they know our sign. I think they know what's coming. Like
they showed that in the thing.
Yeah, it's one of the fucking funniest. And the most fucked up thing about people don't realize the most fucked up thing about them cheating. Them cheating got so many people contracts, better contracts than people that didn't. Like you'd have George Springer sign an amazing contract after all that. But then you had other people who weren't cheating that didn't get that contract because they didn't know what pitch was coming, so therefore they didn't hit as good. There's one specific instance where this guy came up to the majors, literally pitched one game his entire career against the Astros when they were cheating, and never pitched again. They hit him for 9 runs. So it's I don't know if that guy lasts that long in the majors, but clearly it ended his career.
I think he was in there too. Yeah. It was like the amount of detail they went into with that was I think that I remember them talking to the pitcher who was who called his, and he told him he was I want you to, I think he told him throw one sign, I'm gonna throw something different and let's see what they do.
Yeah.
And he signaled to throw a splitter. And I think he threw a fastball, and they were like, "Oh yeah, they know they're watching our signs."
Yeah,
yeah.
It's the most fucked up thing ever. They should have had their World Series championship.
I still can't believe they didn't. I cannot believe.
I had this theory that. I had this idea that the next when it happened, because all the players had to be pissed that they got to keep their World Series, because basically the manager got banned for a year, suspended for a year. The team got fined so many amounts of money, and they lost a couple of draft picks.
Yeah.
My theory behind it, what I wanted them to do was I literally wanted the whoever's team the entire season. I wanted this to happen the entire season. Literally, as soon as their player comes up, hit their player, hit the next player, then hit the next player, then hit the next player, and the next player, and the next player.
Just start intentionally walking
forever until the MLB is we have to do something about this.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't just let that fly forever.
Yeah. Because it's been
they wouldn't even finish the game.
Yeah. I wish they would have. That was my thing. You should hit every player on that team until the MLB is okay, we have to step in and do something other than what we did.
To me, it makes me wonder, and maybe this is the conspiracy theorist in me, it makes me think, oh, well, this must just, then the corruption in this scandal must just go up way higher.
No.
That's what it makes me think.
I mean, they've all, if you look at baseball, they've always stolen signs in baseballs, but not in baseball, but not to how they were relaying TV feeds.
Right. And that's my point is the degree to which they went was on a Steven Soderbergh Ocean's Heist movie to get these signs and send them out over the course of several years. Not a game, not a season, not a championship, several years. If that's not a fireable offense, I don't know what is.
My question is, why couldn't Dusty Baker do that when he was our coach?
What?
You know what I mean?
Well, the Red Sox got caught doing it, right? That kind of goes under the radar too. The Red Sox one year got caught for doing it, because Alex Cora was the bench coach for the Astros those couple years. Alex Cora is now the head coach of the Red Sox. Well, one year he was the Red Sox. People forget this. They didn't end up winning the World Series, but they got caught cheating. They didn't go on amount of details. Kind of lay low. It was kind of very low on the radar. But they got caught for the same thing. That's why Alex Cora was suspended for a while, for an entire year, for the exact same thing.
I recall that. That was, what year was that?
I think it was 2 or 3 years ago. maybe
Yeah,
2
I
years
remember.
ago, something like that. I always remember that shit. I was just like, huh. I mean, I know teams steal signs. I get that. That's something, but the degree they were doing it was like, oh, you're using electronics to do this. This is like illegal.
Yeah.
It's not just like your guy on second base can see what the catcher's calling, therefore it's like relaying. Like, no, this is like you're using cameras to look in and then relaying it. It was bad. God.
They even showed like security camera footage where like you could see like the players sitting in the chairs watching the video feeds on a TV in the hallway going in and out of the locker room. Like it was like part of the living room. It was just like, hey man, what are you watching? Oh, just watching their game tapes, looking over some of their signs. Oh, cool, man. Hey, I made brownies. Like,
yeah. It was bad. It was so fucking bad. And the amount of people, the amount of players that lost money. Well, no, that you had pitchers that like had rough games. Like I said, the one guy never pitched again in the MLB, but like also probably like didn't sign for as much because they might have pitched against them a couple times and got destroyed, or like outfielders that didn't have as good of a season as the person that cheated, so therefore they're only making like $2 million a year instead of like $15 million like the other guy. Like it's just like the ramifications of everything and people don't think about.
yeah.
But it is what it is. They got to keep the World Series. And they ended up winning a World Series too, but I still think they'd be hilarious if they cheated that one. But Dusty Baker wouldn't do something like that. So that's the thing. Dusty Baker would never have cheated the way to win one. But anyway.
I thought he was their coach back when they got caught cheating.
No, that was AJ Hinch. AJ Hinch was the coach when they were cheating. He got fired for the year. And now he's the coach for the Detroit Tigers.
So what was Dusty Baker doing around that time?
No, he wasn't on anybody's team. They hired him.
Oh.
They just hired him. He wasn't managing any
fired's replacement.
Yeah, he wasn't managing anybody.
Follow the Dayton comedy scene on social media at Gem City Comedy or learn more at www.gemcitycomedy.com. Fucking Tenacious D, God damn it, Kyle Gass.
I know. They dropped him.
Yeah.
They dropped him as his talent agency dropped him.
Yeah, they canceled I was going to go. They were coming to Columbus the day after my comedy anniversary. I was going to go to the fucking show. It was like they were doing like 5 shows in the States, and that was one of them. Canceled the whole tour. Yeah. Said the quiet.
It's going to ruin the tour.
It's going to ruin the tour. It actually did ruin the tour. It actually did ruin the world tour.
Did you watch the video? I didn't watch the video of him saying it.
No, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I know what happened. It's fine.
Yeah.
No.
He just said what some people were thinking.
He said the quiet part out loud.
Yeah,
That's what I said today at work. I was like, you said the quiet part out loud, Kyle. Damn it.
Yeah.
So is he not going to be a part of Tenacious D anymore?
I don't know. Jack Black posted a thing that basically just said what happened on stage was like regrettable and that everything has been paused going forward. I don't know. He's
very diplomatic about it.
Well, Jack is now in a hard position because like Kung Fu Panda 4 just came out and crushed at the box office. Like he is like, since they aren't making Shrek movies anymore right now, allegedly, like he's kind of the king of DreamWorks at the moment.
Oh yeah.
He's the king of children's entertainment until they put out another How to Train Your Dragon movie. So like he's got to decide how to approach this. I mean, they've been pretty good about letting him do both, Tenacious D and this kid friendly. So he's done that his whole career, but like, that's tricky. He's not, although here, that puts him in kind of a similar fuck up as you hear about with Sticker Mule? The website Sticker Mule?
I read that. I was like, what? What is fucking everybody talking about the Sticker Mule?
Do you know what that is, Vander?
Oh, are they the ones that make stickers and people were like having them make fucked up stickers?
No, yes. No, what happened was after what happened to 45, they sent out an email to all of their like customers. I got one, people I work with got them, basically saying like, hey everyone, Donald Trump was shot at. Somebody tried to kill him, and that's not cool. We have people in our office who support Donald Trump, and we have people in our office that support Joe Biden, and we wouldn't like this happen to anybody. And we want to remind everyone to make sure that they don't use their our creating tools to make things that promote hate. That being said, if you considered going and buying this T-shirt that the money goes directly to the Trump campaign, I think he'd really appreciate that right now.
We're like, what?
And immediately everyone are just dropping them immediately.
Some people still think Trump's going to win because of the assassination attempt, but I don't think so.
I genuinely do. We are living in that's why I sent you guys that
I don't think so,
that panel
man.
the other day. We're living in a DC comic right now.
I don't think it's going to help him win.
Oh, I do.
I saw it and I saw him like fist pumping and the way everybody reacted to that, I was like, he's got this in the bag. But there's been some details to come out since then that have prevented me from continuing to think that as wholeheartedly. I still think he's going to win the election.
I don't think so. Honestly, not many people are talking about it anymore.
It fizzled out because of the details that have come up. Before, it was like the libs just kind of didn't give a shit. They were like, oh no, they missed. Who cares? But then the conservatives were like on his side, like, hoorah for him across the country.
Yeah.
But now that we know that the kid was a Republican, now that we know it's a good possibility it was glass from the teleprompter that barely cut his ear, it doesn't seem as badass as it was in real time.
Yeah, that's why everyone's clinging onto the image. They're clinging on to his bender at the end of the Breakfast Club moment.
Because my thing is here's my thing. You would see a lot more Trump signs in yards right now.
Oh, I see them everywhere. But
I don't see them.
I drive through Oakwood every morning.
I don't see them anywhere I drive.
Oh, I see them all over the place.
I see none in Kettering.
Well, not in Kettering, no. But you go anywhere. You go around Oakwood. You go around over where I was living at. Over closer to down. You go all over. Like Kettering's a pretty.
I don't see any signs in Kettering ever.
No, Kettering never. But you get anywhere outside of Kettering around here.
But here's the thing, though. Last time, though, 2020, there were a lot in Kettering.
Yeah, I know, but that's because back then we still had faith in Joe Biden. That's the thing you got to remember. I think at this point.
No, I saw a lot of Trump signs.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I think the reason he's going to win is because at this point, I think people on the left are just going to not fucking vote. I think they don't. I think they're in this position they were at in 2016 when they're like, I don't want to vote for either one of these fuckers, so they're not gonna vote. And then he's just gonna fucking accident his way into office again.
I don't think he wins. I think it's close, but I don't think he wins.
I think it's close, and I think he wins. I think it's gonna be. I think this is gonna be one of the lowest voter turnouts we've ever seen. I genuinely think this is going to be a record low voter turnout.
Because everybody's just tired.
Because everyone's tired and everyone's like, no, I think everyone's just going to, I think enough people in this country are going to be like, fuck it, let's just abstain the election. I really do. Not that,
I think something Biden has in his favor. So the older, not older, but like, the more mature adults, people our age or similar, and then older than that, like, a lot of us are not going to vote in this election because we hate Biden almost as much as we hate Trump, and we just don't want a part of it. We not on our conscience. I think what Biden has in his favor is that the kids that were 14 to 17 years old in the last election have been in school. They've been in, especially like the more affluent white areas, like these younger kids in the younger generation who are being raised by this and know by common sense that Trump is a bad guy and not a good person whatsoever. They are now of the age to vote, and they may not be as privy to like the real messed up shit going on. They just might see this as good versus evil, and they'll vote for Biden. So I think that's something that Biden.
Also, he's still not going to get the woman vote.
Oh no, not a chance in hell.
No, he's not.
Not any that he didn't already have. I think it's going to come down to. I think it's really going to come down to just like straight fan base numbers. It's going to be, do the people who is his diehard fan, because the first time he had his diehard fan base and the Republican Party. Then the second time he had his diehard fan base and half the Republican Party. Now he's got pretty much just his fan base because the Republicans have all but written him off.
Well, and the thing is, you got to remember, he lost both popular votes.
I know.
That's why I don't see him winning.
But what I'm saying is if it's going to go off popular vote, are there enough people left who are going to see this as good versus evil?
I think people still do. Somebody tried to fucking kill the guy. Of course it's good versus evil.
Did he?
Huh?
Did somebody? I don't know. I don't know. This is my first one of these I've had to live through in my life, so I'm still processing it in all seriousness. But I will say we say this all the time. I'm so tired of living through historical events in my lifetime. I especially in my 30s.
Yeah, I view it as like it's bound to happen at least once in your lifetime. It's just one of those things. It's like I just don't think he can.
I think his choice for VP was a mistake on his part.
Woof.
I'm not surprised. Actually, that's who I had him picking.
Oh, I think most people had him picking Rubio was over.
I thought JD because JD Vance is a mini him.
I
have shit on JD Vance so much on Twitter.
Have you really?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Like I'm surprised. Like I haven't gotten talked to. Like I was like, oh, you're great. You did great for. I just shit on because I fucking worked in Middletown, so I'm like, you just fucking did great for Middletown. Your fucking meth addicted mom and just went off because he's a piece of shit. He's a fucking piece of shit that got famous off a fucking off a book.
Yeah,
making like,
when he has literally called Trump Hitler before.
Yes,
he said that he's reprehensible. Like that's why I think it's bad because, dude, immediately as soon as we heard it, I saw everybody talking about what JD Vance has said about Trump in the past.
The only reason he picked Vance is because he wants to win Ohio.
He also picked Vance because Vance isn't a politician; he's a businessman. Mike Pence was a politician. That was his mistake. He picked someone who was still a politician. Yeah. He's this time picking someone who's not a politician, who's going to play by businessman rules so that, when it comes time to do this all over again, isn't gonna cave to policy the way Mike Pence does. I'm speaking Trump's point of view at this point. That's what I think it was. I think this was a straight power move. Like, yeah, that's all this was. Hey guys, Mike Shea here. Just want to thank y'all so much for watching the Three Mics on YouTube, listening to the podcast, and enjoying our clips. If you do enjoy the show, please make sure you like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and check out our website, www.the3mics.com, to find out where you can see us next and follow along with us everywhere we're at.
Did you guys, did you watch the Home Run Derby last night, Wells?
No. The only time I watched part of it, I watched usually the first round.
Okay. Well, there was the National Anthem.
Oh no, I watched that video. Even my wife
I was gonna bring that up. Okay.
My wife was like listening to it. Like I was listening to it on Twitter because I heard it was bad, and she's like, "Is that Fergie?" That's exactly. I was like, "No."
You know what it made me think of? I got to find the video, but there's this clip from Bob's Burgers that it made me think of. Let me find the actual video.
2 hours later.
All right, enough of that. So
I'll lead off in saying her music is fine. She does have a good singing voice.
Okay.
She was off, obviously. She has since come out and said that she was drunk and she's checking into rehab.
Yes.
So I feel for her. She's getting absolutely fucking dragged. Like,
yes,
probably death threats from super hardcore nationalists.
Which is
saying
fucked
you
up.
Fucked up her song. Which is fucked up.
Yeah,
we're a comedy podcast. Are we gonna make fun of it? Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I'm about to. I'm bringing it up for a reason.
Yeah, if I bomb in front of hundreds of people, I hope my friends laugh about it because that's funny.
Mm-hmm.
But I do feel for her just because I feel like the way she's being dragged is a little too much.
Like she dragged the song
and the Rockets' Red Glare, like that. Until then, like she didn't sound that bad. Like she's got a good singing.
Yeah, she just sounded like somebody who just wasn't doing very good. It was just
sounded like she was drunk at karaoke.
Yeah, Yeah.
Yep.
The reason I brought it up is because the way she sings reminded me in that clip reminded me of this clip from Bob's Burgers. It's that part right there that reminds me of.
Anybody else sexually aroused? I wonder what would be. How come it's always sexually aroused? Just say aroused.
Actually, that's a good point.
Yeah, you don't have to say sexually. Like, I'm aroused. It's not because
aroused doesn't really have any other implications.
Yeah, I know.
I'm trying to think of one right now. I'm scraping the bottom of my brain, and I got nothing. Yeah, I don't know. No, that makes Right.
It's time for me to look up the definition of the word aroused.
Yeah, go for it, man.
Cock, balls, pussy. What?
I've never used that word in any other. Yeah.
Everybody says sexually though in front of it.
Yeah.
Am I right? Or am I the only person?
No,
that says
you're
that?
not wrong.
Maybe that's why I'm really bad at phone sex. I don't know.
Nope. But actually, it doesn't. I mean, we use it that way, but evoke or awaken a feeling, emotional response.
Well,
quote, something about the man aroused the guard's suspicions.
Okay. Yeah. In that, I think we're talking more about in the term of the phrase like something that as an adjective, like describing something as aroused. You know what I mean?
More like a roast.
Like I would I wouldn't say that like, you know, like, oh man, I came home last night and like the smell of that fresh cut grass just made me feel so aroused.
I thought you were gonna say that fresh cunt grass.